Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Oh, I love the sound of that. I do. Sunday night, another Sunday night. Made it. Thought I was getting ready to have a bunch of technical issues. Never fails. But, yeah, another cold, rainy, on and off California Sunday. Been getting a lot of that, but we need it because that's where we get our water from the mountains and the snow and all that kind of stuff. But I got to tell you, it's we just get spoiled. The beauty of it is we're all here. Love you guys. Love you for tuning in. It's been a hell of a week. Lots to talk about tonight. I have Cupid that's going to be on the line. We're going to talk to Cupid and try to decipher some of this February, the month of love, or not. Just depends how you look at it. But one thing for sure is that I would not be here if it was not for my beloved Bolt Energy. I was lucky enough, they're all over the place right now promoting, and we finally got together. We do every so often, we have to get together and, talk. How we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? And it was a great meeting. They're spreading, but you got to ask for it in stores because if you ask for it, build it and they will come. But life is good. I love these guys. I got to tell you, the reason I love Bolt Energy and decided to stand with them, it's enriched with vitamins and antioxidants, no preservatives, sugar-free version coming out very soon. They're very health conscious. I know energy drinks, a lot of people say, they're not that good for you and this and that, but what is good for you anyway? I mean, tell me. I really want to know. Broccoli, there's pesticides on it. It's like, you're going to go one way or another. But if you're going to go, you might as well electrify your senses with Bolt Energy, all right? So, my first thing I do is, and I know, stay away from the equipment, is pop the can, because this is how I get my party started, all right? And I'm really glad you're paying attention, and let's get this party started. So, here's to you guys, and we're going to have a great Sunday. The hour is going to blow by before you know it. Here we go. Cheers. I'm finding out all this crazy stuff on the Facebook Live, sharing Facebook Live. And they gave me a laptop now, so now I'm going to get even more distracted. But there's all kinds of ways to do this. You guys can, if you really feel that, if you really want to help a brother out, you share it. There's a Facebook, it's like a watch party. And you just share it, and I'm still learning this because the problem is I can't do it unless I'm actually live. But if you share it, it goes to all your peeps, and they get to check it out too. And again, I truly believe everybody has a need. There's something you need to get off your chest. And which again, I know. Stay focused, Peter. Right. The problem is I just had somebody who just recently called me, and they said, Peter, what's going on? I thought you were all about surviving divorce and single parenting and all that kind of stuff, and now you're kind of like deviating from the cause, and it's like, no, my friend. I'm just doing another show. See, there's enough time in my life to where I can do several things. I mean, look at Steve Harvey, and he's got, I don't know, he must do like a dozen shows, Little Big Shots, his Steve Harvey Daily Show. He's got a radio show. He's got, not The Biggest Loser. He does a bunch of stuff. It's doable. That's what I'm doing. I want to be able to talk to you, the people, and this is the way we're going to do it. And I'm out to prove a point too, because nobody does this on Facebook, not regularly. And I want to blow this off the hook. I want to be able to say, you know what? We took your platform and turned it into a TV channel for 1 hour every week. Hi, hello. I can't see everybody, but I do see some people. And again, the texting on the screen, love it, great, but I can't read it all because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They gave me, now I got 6 screens tonight, 7 with the laptop, but I can't keep all that. So the problem is, you can text on the screen. I'll have to talk to you later, but I do have a phone number, 818-259-7983, that we're going to open up the lines in a few minutes. First, we are going to call Cupid. And I'm blowing through this because I feel like tonight's going to be a night that we got a lot to put in there. I want to talk to Cupid. I got a bone to pick with him. My relationship, worked out, but it didn't work out. And there's many of you that are in the same boat, and many of you that have been there, done that, and want to do it again. But, the thing is, either way, I know that we got to make it happen. And I just got somebody that's, see what I mean? It said, not seeing you on Facebook. Well, my friend, I'm there because there's a bunch of people telling me I'm there. And my monitors and the people behind this that you can't see, the silent majority, they're all there watching. So here's the deal. I believe I'm going to call him now because I want to talk to Cupid. I've been waiting, since we decided that we can do this and got the okay to give him a call and see what's going on. And I'm just got some questions for him. And I got a bone to pick, as I said, and after we get off with him, and then I'll take hopefully I'll take a couple of your calls before the hour is over. All right? And, again, could not do it if it wasn't for my friends at Bolt Energy. Turning this little fiasco into a show, and I appreciate that because I like doing it. As we grow, I'm going to get you, the callers, to tell me what's going on. I mean, life's a bitch. I just got through talking to a friend of mine's mother, her son, who I've grown up with, had an accident, and he's not there right now. I mean, he hit his head. What do you do? What do you say? And the mother's not young anymore, and she's, needing the help he's not in his right head, and hopefully maybe he might come back to who he was, but who knows? And that's why sometimes you need to talk about this stuff. And good or bad, we're all listening. Everybody's got a heart. Mine's gotten a lot softer over these past few years. I swear to God, there's not a day where I cannot think about stuff that, just really hurts. And it almost brings me to tears many times during a day because I think too much. That's my problem. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a sip of this, and we're going to go give Cupid a call. I love you guys for watching. And don't forget, if you see that watch party thing, I need to dig into that and do it myself because they're giving me the laptop, telling me to do it. But here's to you guys, and then we're going to call Cupid, all right? Okay. Where the hell I'm at, I do not know. Activity log. Let's get Cupid's. Is Cupid ready? Timeline. No. Okay. We'll try it anyway. Let me see if I can find his number and right there. Let's see if we can find him. The telephone is ringing. We can do this. One ringy dingy.
Hello.
Hi, this is Peter G. I have a appointment with Cupid.
Speaking.
Hey. Hi, Cupid. My name is Peter G. They set up and they said that I was able to give you a call tonight and we can do a little interview. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, yes, of course, man. Somebody told me that you got a birthday coming up here in about a week or so.
That is true, but we really don't need to talk about that.
Okay. Well, anyway, yes, absolutely, yes.
Yes, Cupid.
They told me that that we had a yes.
Yes.
How are you, Mr. Peter G?
I'm good, Cupid. But my question to you is, how are you? You've been around a long time, and I actually they managed to give me a couple of liner points on you on some history of what you do and why you do it and how it's going.
Man, it's kind of like marriage and divorce. It's a love and hate thing.
Love and hate thing. But I mean, you've been around for a long time. Let me get this straight. I'll tell you what, because I want to interview you, and you if you got something to add in, you can. And they could have wrote this a little better. All right. Is it true that Cupid, you're considered the god of desire, or is it disarray?
Well, actually, in truth, actually, it's both.
Really? Desire and disarray.
Busted.
Huh?
Busted, but I cannot tell a lie.
Yes. Well, okay. So, but which do you prefer? I mean, what's been lately going on? It's I mean, has it been working for you, or is it getting, things just don't seem like I don't know. I would love to see more love in the world, but I'm seeing a lot of, I don't know. You explain it to me.
Well, first of all, to you, I would like to be referred to as the god of desire,
Okay.
erotic love,
Oh boy.
attraction, and affection.
Oh wow, that's very deep.
But anyway, man, you know what? You can call me anything you want.
I'm just going by what they have written down here. Let me get this straight now, too. You're born.
But actually, to answer your question, though.
Yeah.
Actually, to answer your question, Mr. Peter G, for your show, I am famous for the quote, "Love conquers all," and I do sincerely believe that.
Okay. Well, look, I'm all about it. I think we need more love in this world, but this is why it got. I read this. They gave me the rundown. We had a bunch of. I apologize. I was rushing this evening. A lot of stuff going down wrong or not the way I anticipated. But I did read, you are the son of the love goddess Venus. Venus is your mother. Is that correct?
Well, man, there are 3 or 4 different stories about that. I'm a bastard child, actually,
Seriously?
That's what the scuttlebutt is.
Okay, and your father is Mercury?
Actually, I'm adopted, but really what I was told... Seriously, but really, yes, you're correct. Actually, what I was told is, yes, I am the love child.
Okay.
Of Venus and Mars.
And Mars, but the war.
You know who Venus was?
No, I
right?
thought of Mercury, war god of Mars, is what they have. I don't understand that. Explain that to me.
No, my mother.
Yeah.
My mother, Venus.
Yeah.
She was the goddess. She was the goddess of love.
Okay, I'm hip. I'm good for that.
And my father, Mars, he was the warrior.
Oh boy.
But I mean, there's 3 different stories. So I mean, who you gonna believe?
I'm wanting to believe you, coming straight from the source. You tell me.
I don't know because I was adopted. Okay. So I really don't know.
Okay. Here's a question I got for you. I mean, you've been around a long time. We can both. What are you doing, Cupid?
I'm sorry.
Did you drop your cell phone, Cupid?
What am I doing?
Yeah, it sounds very noisy back there.
Well, yeah, it's pretty noisy. Yeah, you're right because I'm busy. I move all the time.
Okay. Okay, so you've been around quite a long time, right? Oh boy. Cupid. Please stand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not interrupting, am I?
Yes, sir. I've been around for quite a long time.
Okay. So how come you still look like a baby?
Well, you know what? That's just the way that they portray me. I really don't look that way.
You really don't look that way.
No, actually, man, you know what happened? It was actually when I was a young kid, I was a chubby boy.
Yes.
Yeah, and because, I like to go to beehives and I like to steal their honey.
You do you?
I did. When I was a young boy, I had a sweet tooth.
Uh-huh.
So I was overweight.
Uh-huh.
And part of the reason why is because I had a sweet tooth, man. So I used to go rob the beehives.
Okay.
Man, one time, man, these bees, they got really mad at me, man, and they stung me really bad.
Okay.
It caused me a lot of pain.
Okay.
But I was a very young little boy,
mm-hmm.
And I was chubby, and I had a sweet tooth, so I ran crying to my mother, Venus, and I said, "Mom," I said, "Man, this is not right. I'm 1,000 times larger than this little creature, man, that causes me so much pain." And she did the same thing. She laughed at me. She said, "Man, you deliver the sting of pain, Cupid."
So are you? So wait a minute. So are you? That you trying to tell me that you had a chubby or Cupid? Well, I don't get it.
Well,
What's
okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I grew up.
Okay.
I grew up. I grew up, and I grew up to be an odontist.
Uh-huh.
With wings, and I got this bow and arrow.
Okay. Okay.
And I, and if I shoot somebody
Right.
with, with one of my arrows,
Mm-hmm.
Then they're inflicted with, they're inflicted with, desire for someone else.
So explain this to me because, okay, I'm gonna read a quote, and you tell me this was on an interview that you gave at one point. And it says, and this is a past interview, and because this is important.
I don't
what?
think I've ever been on your show before.
Not my. They pulled some information from your past. Okay. Yeah.
Who? Your fact checkers?
Yeah, my fact checkers. You got it. Check it.
Their information better be correct. I'm sure.
Well, I'm not sure. That's why I'm going to ask you. And it wasn't chubby checkers. It was fat. It was my fact.
You know, funny, don't you?
Oh yeah, funny. Well, laughs a minute. Okay, so
ask away.
So let me. So let's see. Because years ago things seemed to be going a lot better for you. You shoot that arrow. Let me get this straight. This arrow, when you shoot this arrow, you inflict love and happiness and all that kind of stuff. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. Well, actually, yes. Theoretically, when I shoot my arrow into somebody. Mm-hmm. Then I'm doing it to both people.
Right.
They just don't know that. And I've never divulged that secret. But again, it's a love and hate.
Okay.
It's a love and hate thing.
Okay.
So what was your question again?
Okay, so here's the thing. I just want to ask that. So, being that I've read, the recent divorce rate, and separation over the past, 30, 40 years has grown dramatically, okay? And from what I'm reading is, they said that the FDA cracked down on the content of your chemical additives on your arrow dipped in, what'd they say?
Lead.
On your arrows, let's see, on your arrows dipped in your love potion. So they're telling me that the FDA is what is part of the reason why things are kind of falling apart because you're not able to make the potion that you dip your.
I can't be involved with any political and
Well, they're saying that the opiates or hallucinogenics or whatever it took to.
No, man, I've been around for millions of years.
Yeah.
I have no political affiliation or nothing.
So are you using the same potion that your arrows are dipped in that you did many years ago, or have you had to cut back? I mean, because what they're telling me is that it's not the same stuff. That's why people are divorcing more so now than ever. And
well, again, I just start the plot in motion.
Okay.
Yeah, and my arrows are just dipped, with just a little bit, with just a little bit that just starts the plot in motion. Okay. The rest is up to the individual, to the two individuals, right? And again, my philosophy is love conquers all.
I hear you, the philosophy, but it's sometimes nowadays it's easier said than done. Everybody's got this, fuck it attitude. They don't.
That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
I don't know. Are you putting together the right people?
Man, you know what? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't make that decision. You know who makes that decision?
Who?
I don't know.
Okay, because a lot of times a lot of times at 2:00 in the morning, a 10 becomes a 2. How's it go? A 2 becomes a 10, and then a 10 becomes a 2.
Oh well, yes. There are. Listen, the scenario, the plethora of scenarios that are possible.
Yes.
It's not physically. I don't think it's really humanly possible for people to fully understand. And how many combinations there are. It's like the lottery. I mean,
yes.
But even way more complicated than that. I mean, Stephen Hawking didn't even understand it when he died. But
yes.
But what I will say is that love conquers all, and that's always been my philosophy, no matter what.
Well, all right. I'm just kind of checking because again, I'm a little. It's been. Look, I'm living proof of of it. I've seen, and I've went. And some people are willing to go at it again and again and again, and it's a very difficult situation, and so that's why.
But one thing you got to admit, though, once you're hit with the arrow, man, at first, I mean, dude, it's like euphoria,
Yeah,
right? Like for a long time.
Oh, love is again, I'm quoting a close friend of mine. Love is a very powerful drug. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of hanging in there and how long can that can that stay? I mean, without saying I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, yes, and you're right, and I'm sorry, but I got a job to do, so I just do my job, man. I'm not really responsible for the outcome.
Okay.
But I got a job to do, but I always, I always hope for the best, and my philosophy is love conquers all.
Love conquers all. Okay, I can live with that. I mean, and let's get to what's coming up on Thursday. They ended up making a day, to celebrate this, and Valentine's Day, a celebration of romance. Correct, or is that not really your take on it?
Oh, that man, dude, that Valentine. No, dude, that Valentine. No. People try to associate me with that Valentine. No, that was a bloody massacre, and no.
Okay.
No, I had nothing to do with that Valentine thing. And whoever told you that, man, you know what? I want a name and a number because I'm going to sue the heck out of them.
Oh boy.
Because I am not affiliated, man, with that. Man, that was a nasty ritual and whatever. And
listen, we got it on the internet
whatsoever.
We got it off the internet, so we just figured it had to have been true. Correct?
Oh, you got it off the internet. Huh?
Yes.
You won't believe Cupid.
I'm believing.
But you'll believe the internet.
No. I'm just
stop affiliating me with that Valentine's Day BS. That's a bunch of BS. It's a fallacy.
Okay. All right.
There's no truth to it at all. That Valentine's Day thing, man, was a bloody man. It was a massive. It was a bloody massacre.
My apologies, and my crew. They just pulled a few fun facts, if you want to call them fun facts. And
well, I'm sorry, I get emotional because I'm all about love. Not about the hate thing.
Right. Well, I appreciate that. I am too. I just don't have any kind of arrows. If you notice, they decorated. You can't see what we're doing, but they gave us a picture of you, like a shadowy outline of Cupid, and it's pointing an arrow right into my freaking head, and
man, I've pointed it at other deadly body parts.
Yes,
so
yes.
Consider yourself lucky.
I guess I am. I just
usually it goes to other body parts.
Well, again, it does. It's
on your show, but I'm just telling you.
Hey,
what?
Cupid, have you ever? My show is sponsored by Bolt Energy Drink, a new energy drink, and this electrifies.
Man, I understand, man, that causes some of this stuff too.
Well, electrifies your senses. That's why it kind of gets you going. You know what I mean? And
you said it, I did.
And in a club, this stuff actually glows.
Bolt energy? What did you say?
Yeah, Bolt energy. Yeah, it's energy that glows. If you're there, I'm looking for this
energy that glows.
It does. If you pour this stuff,
like that.
They're giving me. I'll show you one day if I ever get to interview you again. But it glows in the dark under a black light. So if for bars and things, when they're making some of those bold drinks with vodka and this and that, if you use the Bolt energy, it actually glows in the dark. So it's got a visual effect.
I mean, with no black light or anything like that.
Well, it's got a greenish kind of glow, but the black light really makes it light up. And I don't like the way it makes like the rest of the stuff, like your teeth look yellow and stuff in black lights. But
nice.
but it's kind
of and those are the perfect, man. That's my perfect prey too, man.
What?
Those people, man.
Those people. They're out.
I'm just kidding.
Well, either way,
I've always got my bow and arrow out. You know that, man.
Yes, boy.
I never rest.
Really?
I never sleep.
You always shooting those arrows?
Of course. Yes.
Wow.
24 hours a day.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, listen.
50 times a second.
All right. All I'm asking is, if you throw one my way, please be cautious. Okay.
I'm sorry?
If you end up crossing my path with one of those arrows, make it a good shot.
Well, really what happens. You know what happens is I put on a blindfold.
Oh, shocking.
I put on a blindfold.
Yes.
And I just get really high, and then I just shoot these arrows, and I'm not responsible where they land.
When you say high, you mean like in altitude or attitude?
God, whatever you mean it to say. I don't know.
Okay. All right. That's shocking once again.
No. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's at random.
Okay.
It's completely random. There's no order to it. It's completely chaos.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, then I don't know whether to thank you or kick your ass. One or the other. But
see, I told you at the beginning of this show that it was a love-hate relationship.
Yes, it is. It's the yin and the yang.
Yes,
so
the yin and the yang.
I don't know whether to call you Cupid or stupid.
Hey, man, you know what? I can't help the way I am. I was born who I was born, man, and blame my mother Venus and my father Mars, okay?
Yes, I will.
Hey, sir, I've got somebody else that's calling in, man, right now, man, and I think it's somebody that I shot an arrow into that might be interested in me.
Nothing like a good...
I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Oh, man, no, you got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday.
Well, we'll talk about that next week if you want to tune in their Cupid.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I know.
Okay, we'll try.
Either way,
always good to speak with you, sir.
And thank you so much for giving us the time and expressing some of the facts and non-factual information for my viewers. I think in the long run it'll be much appreciated. So I thank you.
No, I wish, and again, please remember my philosophy. I wish you and all your audience or whoever's out there, just please remember that love conquers all. Have a great evening. Great to talk to you. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Cupid. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, guys. All right, so there you have it. Let's see what we got here. Cupid, ladies and gentlemen. Not easy to get guests like this on the line, especially during the seasonal holiday. Because, everybody's busy during their time of year, depending what business you're in. But, hey, we spare no expense here at Life with Peter G. show. And that's, again, it took a lot for us to do this. And, I want to reiterate, I was starting on that, but I was anxious to get to Cupid because I knew he was on a little bit squeezed for time. Excuse me. This show is not all about my main show, divorce and single parenting, surviving, all that stuff. This is about you guys. You guys, there's a phone number. I know right now we had Cupid on the phone, but 818-259-7983. You can call in from anywhere USA or anywhere in the world, and you can call in right now if there's something, anything. We talk about anything you want to bitch about. This is about it's like a bitch-a-thon in a nice way. I mean, things that we want to get off our chest, things that you want to say, hey, or you want to say, hey, Peter, love what you're doing. Peter, I think you suck. Get off the stage, and I'm good with that because one thing I realized is I cannot please everybody, nor do I even care to. Because, again, take a good look at this face, people. I'm going to say it every friggin' week. I'm not going away. I feel that I have a purpose for doing this. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I don't care about being famous. It doesn't mean shit to me. I do it because I want to do it, because it means a lot to me if I reach one person that helps them because they have nobody to lean on, nobody to talk to, and it helps them. I'm good with that. I mean, it's who I am. It's not like something I just created and I go, hey, I want to do this. There's actually, think about it. There's a lot more repetitive things that people do that might be cooler. I don't think what I'm doing is actually that cool. But it's real because I'm real, and I talk about things that matter to me because I know that there's a bunch of people out there and it matters to you. I don't fit in everybody's genre, but I fit in a lot of people's worlds because there's a lot of people who have nobody to talk to. And I'm saying, hey, you can talk to everybody and share, because sometimes even the people that won't call in and talk, they need to listen to it to realize it's like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. And that's why my surviving divorce and single parenting, it's a bitch. Everybody's got a story to tell. I don't care how much money you have, and those shows will show that later on in some of my past shows, which, again, folks, YouTube, tons of one-on-ones, interviews, multi-camera things, different than this show. This is a live, fly-by-the-seat-of-your-pants show. We don't screen anything. You call, whatever happens, happens. I'm okay with that. But I get to talk to you guys. If somebody's got the balls enough to dial 818-259-7983 and say something. It's simple. And I knew that when we started, it wasn't going to be easy. We weren't going to just take off. We don't have millions and millions of dollars. I do have a few, thanks to Bolt Energy, for getting me here. But it takes a lot. TV world and all that, it's a big, big realm, and it requires a lot of green money. I want to do bigger, better things, but I said I'm going to do something even if I have to yell from a street corner. And I'm just a few steps above it, but I'm doing it, and I'm going to continue to do it. So my question is, are you with me? If you're with me, you'll support, you'll share. That's all I ask you to do. Pay attention. I'm going to be here every Sunday night, 8:30 on the Pacific Coast, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 on the East Coast. I know it's late, but people stay up and do what they want to do, and the beauty of it is just put your laptop on your lap, put your iPhone, your Samsung, whatever, your iPad, and just check it out every week like clockwork. Gonna be there. But I need you, because it's not about me. I got tons of stories. You want to see about what I went through, what other people have done, you can watch all that stuff on YouTube. A lot of great information to help keep you from just screaming even more than what sometimes you want to scream. But if you call in that number, that 818, that 259-7983, just call. Start the ball rolling. It just takes, the few. When you're making a wave in the water, you can't make a surfer's wave. You have to put some effort into it. And it takes you getting off the couch and making that, dialing that number. What's the harm? Just say, hey, I love you, I hate you, or there's something I want to talk about. Even if it's sports. I don't talk about sports much. I'm not a sports guy. I know, shocking, right? But I'll talk about it. If it's important to you, if it really is, I'll talk about it. Doesn't matter. We'll do it. I'm just here because I know that there's a calling for it. So, again, if you're with me, and after this show goes off the air, it kind of floats around in syndication on Facebook. And I dig that because you can still get it. And after it goes off of this show, it gets uploaded to YouTube, and you can watch it on demand amongst all the other ones. These are a little bit different. My YouTube channel has just tons of different stuff. There's a lot of philosophy, a lot of stuff that you go, makes sense. This show kind of makes sense. We're making sense of it, but it's more about this is the only way I figured I can talk to you guys. And there's a lot of people that just, I know they want to talk about stuff and they just won't do it. They won't get it off they're just not there yet. And if nothing goes on, again, I told you before that I have elevator music and I'm not afraid to use it. So, Bolt Energy. Oops, where are we? Elevator music. Ooh la la. No, I don't want to have to do that. But I will. We can do it. 818-259-7983. I am not going to carry this tonight. Somebody, again, it just takes that right... Hey, last Sunday, girl from Connecticut called in, flat off the top, admitting she had some wine. If that's what it takes to loosen up your tongue a little bit, so be it. Pretty interesting conversation. Sometimes you got to watch how much wine you have, but the bottom line was she had the guts enough to call, and that was a good thing. So, a little bit of, liquid courage, because, a lot of people they think that, they're just going to sit here. Somebody's got to be the example. I don't care what it is. If you're passionate about something that's really taking a lot out of you, all you have to do is call 818-259-7983. Now I do know a lot of people because my Facebook pages, and there are several, the Peter G Show page, that's the official Peter G Show page. Then there's a Peter Gisellus page that had to be created to create the Peter G Show page. I don't know why, but there's Facebook for you. And then you can do these watch parties where you share it, and it goes out to all your friends, because I promise you that there's people that probably need the show way more than you do. You don't know it yet, and that's just the way it is. But, it is what it is. So let's make it happen, and I promise you that it's going to be worth it, because as the show grows, people will be sharing stories or things and issues that you're going to say, yeah, why didn't I call in and talk about that? But then again, you might want to just listen and find out that it's not just you, okay? Otherwise, you know what happens. We just go with the modern dance. I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it. 818-259-7983. I don't have a whole lot of stories. We are... the weather in California has been really funky, which is good. I mean, our winters are, compared to feet of snow and all that, it's like, oh, wow, cry me a river. But it's weird, because when you get you get spoiled. Where I grew up I grew up in two different places, but I mean, one place I grew up in Connecticut, and as a kid, and there was tons of snow. I was a paper boy, and even on Sundays, I couldn't deliver the papers barely, because I didn't have a shopping carriage. Papers used to be big back then, because you actually read something. There was no internet. But then as I grew up in my upper teens and in the Gulf Coast of Florida, and it gets shit cold over there too. I mean, cold, right through your bones. It's the wind. We had it's cold over here, but I know it's nothing, and you go, what a puss. But yes, stay here long enough and you get like that, and that's just the way it is. We don't really dress for it, so to speak. Although in Florida, if it's cold, you have socks on with your flip-flops, and I get it. But speaking of Florida, a lot of things going on down there too, and I want to get back down there real soon, and we're working on how I can do the show from down there if I'm there for an extended stay and or on a Sunday. These are all these little things, because when I committed to this show, I said I'm going to be doing it every Sunday. There's no way to run a live show through Facebook that's not live. It's at least I haven't figured it out yet. And if I do, I'll be able to cut myself some slack once in a while. But it's very, very difficult. So the only way to do it is live. Even if I have to do it sitting in my car. I mean, I guess you can take an iPhone and do it, but it doesn't. This is a bit bigger of an operation. It's not really just like that. But I don't want to disappoint. I did not want to commit to something and then and just poop out like a lot of people do. That's the thing about most people. You get all gung-ho, you want to do something, and then little by little you start running out of gas. I will not run out of gas. I am the advocate. I am the guy who, and even when I moved to LA way back in 1991, I started telling people almost 2 years prior to myself moving that I was going to move to LA, because I had friends that have gone to LA back then, and they were like, oh, this town sucks, and I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go to LA, and because LA, the big dreams and this and that, and they would go, and I don't know, anywhere from 3 months, 2 months, 6 months, they quietly kind of came back home. And I said I wasn't going to be the guy. Now, no disrespect, it's not for everybody, because it's tough. See, that's the thing. It's tough. This business is tough. This whole thing is tough. If it wasn't, everybody'd be doing it. Everybody wants to be somebody. I mean, theoretically, we all are somebody. But I just want to do what makes me happy, and at the same time, I want to do things to help you be happy. Life is just short, and that's very important to me. And as I said, if I can't do it, and if you won't call in that number, that 818-259-7983, worst case scenario is that I'll just start pumping up the elevator music. I mean, they're good musicians. We can sit here and we can listen to that, but I don't think that's what it's about. It's going to be one of those quiet nights. I don't know. It just takes all it takes. Now, we did hear from Cupid, and thank God he actually picked up the phone when he was supposed to, because that's another story. You never know. Sometimes we arrange these things, and it doesn't always work out the way you want. But, since we started the first of the year, life has been good. It's a slowly growing, evolution of this show. But I need you to make this show. What's on your mind? Is there something you want to bitch about? You hate your job, your boss, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You're having trouble, but, it doesn't have to all be about hate. Just, even if it's good, but what's going on with you? I mean, just call that number. It's not that hard to do, and talk about it. It's very simple. Nobody's listening anyway, so it's not like you have to be anything to be embarrassed about, but you never know. Might just help. I'll just sit here. We can sit here in silence. And don't let also these pages, this is where I'm having a lot of trouble with the streaming network people. We're doing things in such a screwed up kind of way that it's hard to keep track of everything, because I'm looking at one screen that says there's 6 people watching. But yet I get screenshots from people who are sharing this show. Hi, Peter. Hey. See? I got to read something. The texting is going by very quickly, and that's what makes it difficult. There's a bunch. Here's the problem. So people share the show with this, what's it called, a watch party through Facebook, and they have hundreds of people that are watching, and they're showing me this thing. So it's very inaccurate. Don't think that just because whatever page you're watching, that there might be 1 million people on there, or there might be 1. Believe me, there's many, and it keeps on going, and that's why I'm saying it's so important to do this, And well, hang on one second. So, oh boy, somebody wants to get political. Nah. Isn't there enough of that? Let's do something that's really affecting your life, But I'll again, if you want to speak your mind, 818-259-7983. Again, I could not be sitting here. What time is it? 9:12. I could not be sitting here if it wasn't for my friends at Bolt Energy. Love the Bolt Energy. Bolt Energy. Ask for it in stores. It's growing. They are. I think when we had the meeting, they're doing. And let me tell you something. Starting up an energy drink business is not easy. There's 1 million companies out there, but if you're good and you have perseverance, you will keep going. And they're growing. I know it may not sound something to you, but right now it's about 7 to 10 stores a week. Now, I know it's a big country, but see, it's like a snowball, kind of like this show. I said if I can get 2 to 5 people watching, this was a couple of years ago, and my inners are falling out. I think I need new earbuds. Boys, please write that down. If it's like a snowball, and if you start with a pea, a little pea of a snowball, a little bitty one, and you start rolling that thing, you start rolling it. Eventually, it's going to pick up more snow, and as it picks up more snow, it starts growing, and it makes it easier to pick up more snow. And thank you. I love this show too, and I love you too for saying that. But turn your friends on. Hit that watch party, because I'm telling you, you might be sharing it with people who really need to pay attention to this stuff, because we're going to start talking about some deep stuff. And that's what I talked about earlier this week, too. We're going to get into some deep shit together. And it's going to be good, though, because it's stuff that needs to be talked about. The things nobody does talk about. Not the everyday bullshit. I mean, we can do that, too. I like it, too. But we talk about things that really matter. Your children, your life, your people around you, your family. Family, family, family. I am all about, that's where my other show, the main Peter G show, all about family. Love. Like Cupid said, love. I love love. Maybe I'm growing soft in my old age, but I love, easier said than done, but I love it. That's a big word. Very important to me. So, here's the whole deal. Well, see, you're lucky I have this right in front of me, and I happen to be seeing you. So why don't you call me and tell me so we can tell everybody else? I can't read that right now. It's hard for me to see all these screens. They're like, you got to understand that there's a lot of things rolling, but I happen to catch you, Melissa. And I can't read it. It's like it's far away. There's too many things going on. But call and talk about it. You never know. Love. Big deal to me. So that snowball. We start doing this, and everybody's got a reason not to call me. But yet they want to call me, and then I'm going to get texts and through the week, and they go, I meant to call you, I just fell asleep, or and all that kind of stuff. Just right, family first, absolutely. I've learned it the hard way. A quick story. I was so back. They were talking many, many, many years ago, and somebody, my girlfriend back then, who I'm still very close with. I mean, her father passed away back in the 80s from cancer. Very close with the whole family. I mean, very close. I practically lived at their house. I mean, that's how close we were. And I was going to L.A. to work on a record deal with the band I was playing with back then. And he passed away right when I was getting ready to get on then within the day that I was getting ready to go on the plane. And my career was everything. It always has been. I mean, I've always been in entertainment, wanted to be, trying, pushing, doing, and being. But back then it was we had this meetings in L.A., Los Angeles, and he passed away. And my mind was, okay, I know. We knew this was going to come to it. The timing was awful. When is it ever the right time to pass away? I don't ever believe. I'm just greedy with people. I hate losing people. But I didn't want to miss this opportunity because it took so long to get to that point. And I explained it to the whole family, and they always understood, but to this day it haunts me because, you know what, I did go to L.A., and we did have our meetings and this and that, but now in retrospect, I mean, hindsight, I don't know. Would it have made a difference? And even though they don't think anything about it, it bothers me to this day because although it wouldn't have changed anything either, but I should have been there. It's just these little things in life that I don't, maybe I should have, shouldn't have, but it bothers me, okay? It just, not to the point where I don't sleep or anything like that, but it's something I've never let go out of my head because you're trying to do the best because all I was thinking about was it's for the future. We need to do this. I need to do this so I can have a better future, so I can be better for myself and everybody that's involved around me. And sometimes you got to make those decisions. And I don't regret what I did, but I do, if that makes any sense, because love. These people loved me, and I loved them, and even though I couldn't change the total outcome because it is what it is, but I don't know. And again, it was never thought of, but it's still to this day, which I'm talking about it right now. And we all make these decisions. But love's a big deal. This show is going to be over before you know it. And I would have thought after Cupid being on the show and expressing his ideas and comments and things like that, that I'd get one caller. See, that's how unpredictable this show is right now. Because I don't know who's going to call from where. I get all these threats during the week. I'm going to call you. I mean, because people, that's the thing about this show. You can chime in afterwards. You can leave your thoughts. And you can even call this phone number anytime during the week, they said. And you can leave a message. You can leave a message. So tell me some suggestions, what you think I should be doing. And again, if you want to just tell me I suck and you didn't have the balls to tell me on the show, which it'd be cool if you did. I would like, to know. That way you can tell people why you think I suck or why you love me. But that's the whole thing. You have to call that number, 818-259-7983. I'm here, you're here, we're here. It's like, why the hell not? It's, kind of open forum, but not. I'm trying to keep it with life's ups and downs for this show. Spin-off from The Peter G. Show. The greatest divorce and single parenting guy, period. I have a lot of faith in that, okay? Because I've had a lot of experience, unfortunately, with that. But I do know. I might not have a degree. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist. But believe me, I've met many people that are more screwed up than I am. I have a lot of common sense. And I've had, unfortunately, the experience to where I've delved into it. And then when I decided to do this, the more people you start talking to, I might as well have a degree. Although I don't. I clearly admit, okay, I don't give advice. I'm listening to your stories, and we're just comparing and sharing information. I'm not telling you what to do. You can tell me what to do. You can tell me to go F myself when I'm out of my mind, and I'm good with that. Or you can tell me, you like what I do and keep going. We're good with that too. But at this point in time, there's about 10 minutes left in this show, and I had all the faith in the world. In fact, we had a bet. It's getting to be a running bet, and I'm losing money sometimes on if somebody's going to call. We got a couple of bets. If somebody's going to call, that's like a big, and that's a 50-50 shot. So I figure, okay, I can't lose that one. Somebody's got to call. Right now I'm losing. And if so, male or female, and, because I feel like the females are still a little bit, except for last week. I had that one because she had a little bit of wine in her, and if that's what it takes, go out and get yourself some wine and call the Peter G. Show. I'm listening. And how many callers we can get in the show, because it's going to be monumental as we grow. One day I won't be able to take them all, and things will be changing, and that's what I want to see. But again, I love you guys. Love is the word. But if you got something you want to get off your chest, something you want to talk about, something you want to share, this is your opportunity to do it. 818-259-7983. Don't be shy. There's things that you might not think are that important, but they're important to a lot of people. You have no idea how many people have the same type of issues that you might have. And because I've got open forum, it's such a broad spectrum. We're not specifically, doing interviews on surviving divorce and single parenting. I'm telling you, you can talk to me about your job. You can talk about you don't know what you want to do. You're banging your head against the wall. Life's not going the way you want it to go. Whatever. I promise you, it works. Life just starts. You get it out. I stayed and I watched a 2.5-hour documentary on the way the brain is wired last night. I never get to watch TV. I'm really busy, and sleep is like a commodity. It's a luxury. But I stayed up, and it was way even over my head on how your neurons, if you're in the dumps and you keep on staying in the dumps, your brain actually starts wiring itself and firing off and building more dumps. Like you're building a big giant landfill in your head, that if you can teach yourself to find your inner peace, your brain starts wiring and developing inner peace. And again, stress will kill you. And I got a show on that. Go on YouTube, go look on Dr. Sean Talbot, stress. Great interview. He really talked some sense. I was living proof of that, and I was the guy who used to laugh and make jokes at everything until I finally, you start feeling that something is not right with you. And the doctor looked at me and says, I think you got stress. And I just laughed. I go, that's impossible. I've never had stress. He goes, you got it now. And look what's happening to you. Your body starts burning from the inside out, and things start changing. And it can kill you. It can kill you. That's why when I finally got my head together several years ago, after going through things, you start that rebuild. And that rebuild is not easy. And that's why a lot of people don't make it. They don't make it. You'll drink yourself under the table. All kinds of stuff goes wrong, even death. You don't mean it, but when you're in that spot in your head, things happen. So that's why we talk about it, okay? And that's why I encourage you guys to make the effort, make the call. How much time? We are down again. Before you know it, this show is going to be over. I don't worry about it. I don't make a big stink if you don't, but eventually you will, and eventually there'll be a bunch of people listening to things that you want to hear or things that you should be telling other people, in your opinion. If it sucks, whatever. There's no bad thing you can't do. There's no bad thing. It's information. What might not seem important to some people is invaluable to others. And that's why I'm all about that. So please, don't think whatever's on your head or whatever you might want to share, don't think it's not important, because that's why I'm doing this. It's very simple. I don't have to. I could be watching TV right now, and not have to drive and do all this. Because right now, this show operates from an undisclosed location in Burbank, California. And I don't have to do that. I live miles away. I could be home, nice warm fire going, right? But no, Peter's got to do his thing, because that's who I am. Again, remember this face, not going away. So you might as well just say, okay, he's going to be here. He's telling me I should do this, and I know I kind of want to do this, but I'm kind of shy. Just pick up the phone. 818-259-7983. And most of all, these people believed in me too. Bolt Energy Drink. I say it throughout the show because one day there'll be inserted commercials on the bigger shows, and I don't talk about it that much. But since I can, I do. And and especially when I get here, sometimes my head is not even ready to do this show. You know, it's difficult. You try it. Tell me how easy it is. But these guys. Did I mention it's not like a big 89-ounce can? It's just big enough to get what you need to give you that little kick in the ass to get you through where you're going without getting all jittery and all crazy. Just that perfect blend. I think they took it one step farther than some of the other guys, most of the other guys, and made it into something that just works for you. So I'm very thankful for Bolt Energy. And we're growing. This show is growing. They're growing. And we just decided that we were going to make it happen, and there's no turning back. The not happening is not on the menu. So thank you. And remember, I have elevator music, and I'm not afraid to use it. Sometimes you just have to hit the old elevator music button. And just, again, please don't make me have to do that. Anyway, all right, look. I get it. There's days when people want to come out of the woodwork, and there's days when people don't. But either way, I love you guys. We're kind of winding down already. I thank CUPID more than anything for actually allowing us to give him a call and interview him, because this week, Valentine's Day, I hope that there are a lot of people. Look, there's tons of people who will not be celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm including me. I mean, my daughter is my Valentine. I just got through, dropped her off and had a good afternoon with her, but it's like, Daddy's got to go to work now. And she just looks at me. She goes, work. She thinks what I'm doing is out of my mind, but again, she's 13, and I don't expect her. But actually, she doesn't really say much about it. But it's just obviously not her thing. You got to get this old to understand the shit you go through to where you finally start saying, okay, I see what you're doing. I'm glad somebody's doing it. Who else got the balls to do it? That's why we have that number. It takes a little bit of balls. 818-2. Oops, sorry. 259-7983. And next week, no excuses. Next week is my birthday week. Is it? Yeah. The 21st, but we'll start on Sunday. And birthdays don't mean a whole lot to me. But Cupid, I don't know how the hell he knew, but he knew. I guess he knows all. I don't really, birthdays aren't that important to me anymore. I'm very, very thankful I'm here, for one. A lot of people don't have that luxury. But yeah, I'm grateful and I'm thankful. My birthdays, they come and go. I got a lot of work to do on me. This lifestyle, we've been hustling. This show is not easy, and there's a lot of distractions in my life, and I clearly admit, but I'm not the New Year's resolution guy either. I don't have to wait till New Year's to say, yeah, I need to lose a few pounds and blah, blah, blah. As you get older, things are not as easy to do as they used to be, and I'm including me. But somebody's really flying. Thank you. I love you guys too. But either way, the bottom line is, am I in the perfect position I want to be in, physically and this and that? No, but I'm, not bad. Could be better. Would be better. But I'm very, very grateful to be. I get up, and even when I wake up, and I get a lot of days where I get kicked in the head, and I do. But you know what? Better than not being able to do anything at all. So I'm okay with that. And that's what's important to me. I will get back into where I want to be, but everything in moderation. It just gets harder as you get older. But next week, so Cupid brought it up. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about birthdays and this and that, and I am thankful and proud to be able to celebrate another one. It's not everybody's got that choice. Some people, it's beyond their They just can't. It's not going to happen because that's the way life is. Excuse me. But that's what we're going to do next week. And I'm just about out of here. So I want to thank Cupid for calling in and giving us all that helpful information. I want to thank my sponsor, Bolt Energy, for allowing me to have Cupid on the show and get all that information. And I don't worry about it. I don't make a big stink if you don't, but eventually you will. And eventually there'll be a bunch of people listening to things that you want to hear or things that you should be telling other people, in your opinion. If it sucks, whatever. There's no bad thing you can't do. There's no bad thing. It's information. What might not seem important to some people is invaluable to others. And that's why I'm all about that. So please, don't think whatever's on your head or whatever you might want to share, don't think it's not important, because that's why I'm doing this. It's very simple. I don't have to. I could be watching TV right now, and not have to drive and do all this, because right now this show operates from an undisclosed location in Burbank, California. And I don't have to do that. I live miles away. I could be home, nice warm fire going, right? But no, Peter's got to do his thing, because that's who I am. Again, remember this face, not going away. So you might as well just say, okay, he's going to be here. He's telling me I should do this, and I know I kind of want to do this, but I'm kind of shy. Just pick up the phone. 818-259-7983. And most of all, these people believed in me too. Bolt Energy Drink. I say it throughout the show because one day there'll be inserted commercials on the bigger shows, and I don't talk about it that much. But since I can, I do. And and especially when I get here, sometimes my head is not even ready to do this show. It's difficult. You try it. Tell me how easy it is. But these guys. Did I mention it's not like a big 89-ounce can? It's just big enough to get what you need to give you that little kick in the ass to get you through where you're going without getting all jittery and all crazy. Just that perfect blend. I think they took it one step farther than some of the other guys, most of the other guys, and made it into something that just works for you. So I'm very thankful for Bolt Energy. And we're growing. This show is growing. They're growing. And we just decided that we were going to make it happen, and there's no turning back. The not happening is not on the menu. So, thank you. And remember, I have elevator music, and I'm not afraid to use it. Sometimes you just have to hit the old elevator music button. And again, please don't make me have to do that. Anyway, all right, look. I get it. There's days when people want to come out of the woodwork, and there's days when people don't. But either way, I love you guys. We're kind of winding down already. I thank Cupid more than anything for actually allowing us to give him a call and interview him, because this week, Valentine's Day, I hope that there are a lot of people. Look, there's tons of people who will not be celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm including me. I mean, my daughter is my Valentine. I just got through, dropped her off and had a good afternoon with her, but it's like, Daddy's got to go to work now. And she just looks at me. She goes, work. She thinks what I'm doing is out of my mind, but again, she's 13, and I don't expect her. But actually, she doesn't really say much about it. But it's just obviously not her thing. You got to get this old to understand the shit you go through to where you finally start saying, okay, I see what you're doing. I'm glad somebody's doing it. Who else got the balls to do it? That's why we have that number. It takes a little bit of balls. 818-2. Oops, sorry. 259-7983. And next week, no excuses. Next week is my birthday week. Is it? Yeah. The 21st, but we'll start on Sunday. And birthdays don't mean a whole lot to me. But Cupid I don't know how the hell he knew, but he knew. I guess he knows all. I don't really, birthdays aren't that important to me anymore. I'm very, very thankful I'm here, for one. A lot of people don't have that luxury, but yeah, I'm grateful and I'm thankful. My birthdays, they come and go. I got a lot of work to do on me. This lifestyle, we've been hustling. This show is not easy, and there's a lot of distractions in my life, and I clearly admit, but I'm not the New Year's resolution guy either. I don't have to wait till New Year's to say, yeah, I need to lose a few pounds and blah, blah, blah. As you get older, things are not as easy to do as they used to be, and I'm including me. But somebody's really flying. Thank you. I love you guys too. But either way, the bottom line is, am I in the perfect position I want to be in, or physically and this and that? No, but I'm, not bad. Could be better. Would be better. But I'm very, very grateful to be. I get up, and even when I wake up, and I get a lot of days where I get kicked in the head, and I do. But you know what? Better than not being able to do anything at all. So I'm okay with that, and that's what's important to me. I will get back into where I want to be, but everything in moderation. It just gets harder as you get older. But next week, so Cupid brought it up. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about birthdays and this and that, and I am thankful and proud to be able to celebrate another one. It's not everybody's got that choice. Some people, it's beyond they just can't. It's not going to happen because that's the way life is. Excuse me. But that's what we're going to do next week, and I'm just about out of here. So I want to thank Cupid for calling in and giving us all that helpful information. I want to thank my sponsor, Bolt Energy, for allowing me to have Cupid on the show and get all that information, and you could take it or leave it or whatever. But I did learn a few things from Cupid. And I want to thank you people more than anything, because I know my silent majority, that's my key word, you're out there. I know you're out there. I can see you. And in fact, I see you more after the show's over, because then I can focus on, I do answer a lot of people's questions that I've been getting a lot of personal IMs and things like that lately. It's been kind of crazy, but so far I can still keep up with that stuff. But I appreciate you guys. Life is short. Make it the best you can, and that's it. And don't expect. Everybody wants to be something, but if you want to be it, you got to do it. It's real simple. And even when you think you're doing it, and what is not happening, believe me, it's happening a lot more than if you're. I get this. Somebody else just said, "Well, if so and so, this doesn't happen, I guess it just wasn't meant to be." And I looked at her and I said, "Bullshit." Bullshit. If you don't get off your ass and get off the couch and make it happen, it's not going to happen. Stuff just doesn't fall into your lap. I mean, for some people, yeah, there's that few, but come on. Get up. Let's do this. Let's do this together. I love you guys, but it's time to go. And again, for the last time, electrify your senses. Bolt Energy, all right? Ask for it in stores. We're growing. They're growing. I'm very happy for them, because when they're happy, I'm happy, because they got good stuff. And I wouldn't say it because I'm not a good bullshitter, but love what they do, and I'm going to continue doing this. And so long as they have my back, I've got theirs, okay? There's going to be a lot of sponsors that come and go. Who knows? But sometimes it's always that first meaningful relationship with somebody somewhere. You never forget that stuff. And that's how this show started. So, again, thank you for watching Life with Peter G., the Peter G. Show live on Facebook. It's the only place you're going to be able to watch it live. And I'm hoping that you'll share it, start hitting the share button and the watch parties and all that kind of stuff. And let's get somebody and all your friends to kind of chime in, and then let's see where we go from there. But I'm very, very thankful for this, and I will not stop. So I'll see you next Sunday, like clockwork, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 on the East Coast. Just give me something to work with. I can always have guests on the show, but this show is for you, the people. So let's just do this. Let's make it happen. And again, I can't say it enough. I love you guys very much. Can't wait to talk to you again next week. But I want you to talk to me. Plus, it's my birthday, all right? Or it will be. And it's going to be considered my birthday show, because we don't do this show on Thursdays, and that's when it's going to fall on, the 21st. You can write that down. It's cool. But again, love you guys very much. Let's make it work, all right? I'll see you later.
Peter G. Show. Peter G. Show. Peter G. G Show. He, her, she show. Divorce dad, single